Hello, Steve White, Steve R39. The Goonies are good enough, but the Goonies are coming back. They're doing a sequel 40 years later. I don't know how people are going to receive this or how people are going to take this. I haven't seen a lot of talk about it, just a lot of, reposted pictures. Because it's been announced, but I don't think there's any details about any cast members. I'm assuming the main group of kids will be back, but there's no real talk about anything, no details about anything. But yeah, I'm just curious, how is this going to work? Are they going to be adults going on an adventure? Are they going to be pulled back together for some reason? Are they going to have kids and the kids go on an adventure? Well, where's the fun in that? And them just being the parents worrying about their kids off somewhere? Or how is it going to work? I mean, that would probably be the reason they haven't done a sequel, because although initially it would have had to be done very quickly when they were young, once they got to be older, people would have not considered it. But then once it became this this cult sort of film, it was always successful, but got that sort of that fan base that always sort of was asking for another Goonies film. By then it would have been too late to do one, they would have thought. But then like in the original format, so then how would you do it? Like the thinking of how do we do a Goonies film now that the actors are like 10, 20, 30 years older, 40 years older, how do we do this now? I'm guessing that's why it's taken so long. That, and I mean, certain people get Oscars and it sort of helps move things along because the money people aren't very smart, and someone gets an Oscar and they go, oh, let's throw money at that. That'll do well, even if the idea is awful. Section 31. But yeah, so I'd pay to see The Boys again. And I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the original. I saw it on TV when I was a kid. Fortunately, I did see it when I was a kid. I saw it when I was in Melbourne, actually, visiting. And it was on, and my nieces, they had already seen it, I think, in the cinema, so they weren't really paying attention. But I kind of saw most of it and liked it. Then I saw it on TV a few years later, saw the whole thing. I didn't watch it properly until probably 5-10 years ago on DVD, and I was like, oh, this is good. I understand why this is the classic. I remember it being like good, but I think I was a little bit too old to appreciate it when I first saw it on TV. And then I was old enough to appreciate it as an adult, looking back with nostalgia from my youth to sort of enjoy it. And I'm just wondering now, how are they going to do a sequel? How are they going to make it so it's not a joke? That's not ridiculous. The idea of these guys going on an adventure together, and it has to be something like that. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm like fascinated to see how this pans out, and I'm hoping it's not a disappointment where they turn up and they're like, oh, we've got like 2 of the stars coming back. They're going to do cameos as parents, and then it's just a bunch of young kids saving money on the budget for the cast, and they're just going to, have some generic adventure doing something really average and bland, and then we're just going to have the old cast come in and cameo at the end or something. That's probably the worst case scenario. The best case is they actually get someone in who actually manages to find a really creative, interesting way of telling a story that maintains the original sort of feel and energy and excitement of the original film, but yet uses the adult cast now. Like, I don't know how they can do it, but we'll see. And that's a lot of talk for just basically a picture saying, we're coming back, we're doing another Goonies film. That's all we have at the moment, I think. I don't think there's been any official word or press release, just basically announcement. Kind of like with Buffy, it's just like, yes, it's happening. Hulu is funding a pilot, and we'll see what happens then. That's all we really know. So I didn't do a second video, because I did a video about how it looks like they're going to do another Buffy. It looks like it's about to be announced, and it was announced. I'm like, well, I don't need to really do another video just saying, and it's now official. So we'll see what happens. I'm just fascinated to see what they do with this, and hopefully it works out and doesn't disappoint the fans, because a lot of the reboots, that sort of stuff, has disappointed fans. If they just, I'm just thinking they're not just going to get a bunch of new kids and just redo it. I'm sure they wouldn't even bother with that, but who knows? The people with the money are not the smartest, so who knows? But we'll see. We'll wait, we'll see.